Hey guys, what's up? This is Manjeet here and I'm so excited to do this video at last. So you guys have been noticing me that I have been doing basically all reviews of the phones that are basically all about Android. They are basically Android actually. So if you have scrolled down to my video playlist, you guys would have noticed that I also did a small review on the iPhone 6s Plus. Now the reason is that I didn't like the iOS or I didn't like Apple's products at all. Now the first reason is because it's all about me, it's all about my choice. Whatever I like, whatever I don't like, you guys do not judge me, or you do not judge me at all. So the reason is because whenever I'm using or whenever I see a person use Apple, I have nightmarish fevers. The reason is I didn't like anything of an iPhone 6s Plus. I didn't like anything at all. It didn't have a very fast charging battery, which at that time period when I was also using as my primary phone the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, and yeah, that was much more easier than this iPhone 6s Plus. So what I did was I immediately put it on eBay and I just sold it off. And do I regret selling the iPhone 6s Plus, which I just bought a month back? Do I? Yes, I do. Because you know why? The reason is because the iPhone was so costly. It was just a luxurious phone. It was just a luxurious phone at that time frame. And for being a guy, I basically love using something which I can customize on, which I can put wallpapers on, where I can put drag my apps, where I can charge my phone in 50% in almost half an hour. That was basically the deal with Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge at that time. But it was no OnePlus, but still it was okay for the time range. So the next thing was the camera. I didn't like the camera at all. People might say that iPhone has the best camera and it has the best thing, but it didn't for me. It was so grainy. I didn't like the 12 megapixel there, and I was very suspicious that iPhone might be lying, but still, yeah, it was good. Some people did like it. I didn't like it. I felt it was very gimmicky. So the next thing is basically about what are your interfaces. So if you guys are basically like me, I just play a lot of games. I play almost a lot of games. I'll be doing what's on my phone, then you will know that what games I'm playing all about. And yeah, I do play a lot of games. And when a person with iOS comes on with the handlebars all over it, it's basically like, oh god, did you really get this phone this year, or was it from 2016 or 2015 itself? So there hasn't been any changes. There hasn't been any good differences, but I really loved it. I really loved using both of the best worlds. Basically, that is what I meant. If I could, then I would have merged something together, but you can't. Android is totally different, and Android is much more versatile, whereas the iPhones are basically, it's there because people just demand about it. People demand that let's make some more, let's get an iPhone. It's not a blue bubble red bubble shift, which MKBHD has talked about, and it's basically all about what you are more comfortable with. So when I was using the iPhone, it was never my primary driver. It was always my secondary phone. I put my Vodafone SIM card in there and I just kept it out. Another thing is the budget. So if you guys have a low budget right now, say you have say 20,000 or less than that, I would obviously suggest you to go for an Android phone. The reason is that you'll get more stuff in less price. That is just the cutthroat thing. And for the iPhones, you won't get good space, you won't get good camera, you won't get a good phone, you wouldn't get a good screen even. It's not good. So the next thing is all about what I prefer and what I should think that you guys might prefer. Do comment down below that what you agree with me and what you don't, because I was using the iPhone. I didn't, whenever I was using the camera, as if it was yesterday, I could imagine. I went to Sikkim, so I was using the camera of the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, and here I had the iPhone 6s Plus. So live view, there was this, that live feature which was there, which was always a gimmicky thing. I didn't like it about it. So I was using that, and yeah, which camera is better? Which camera is better? I was like, which camera is better? Then I came out with, Samsung. Of course, obviously, Samsung did everything justice. There was a pop-up content. Everything was so vibrant. Everything was so good. If you guys have been, using iPhones, I would suggest you go to Samsung, and you can get a secondary phone for Samsung, and it's not, it's not that costly. It's very cheap. It's very cheap, and you then compare the photos of Samsung phones with the iPhone. You guys will notice what I'm talking about. Of course, I'm not talking about the top tier phones, which are like the S9 Plus or even the Note 9, which will be coming out shortly. So the next thing is all about, what I should do about with the iPhones and what I did about with the Samsung. With Samsung, what I did was I basically played a lot of games. I played a lot of videos because it has this immersive screen which was amazing. And with iPhone, calls and maybe 2 or 3 editing, but not that huge of an editing because you have to buy so many stuff from the Apple Store. It's so gimmicky, and it's so, it's basically for people who like to spend money but they don't realize it, that you have this for free in your phone right now. And that is something I didn't like about iPhones. So when I went to this shop and when I bought the phone, I was compelled by the shopkeeper to, the mobile guy was like, you have to get the accidental package or something. So I got the accidental package. Then when I broke the phone off, I was like, does this cover? And it doesn't. So I'm like, okay, that's good. Sayonara to this phone. I'm just switching this phone off, and I'm just like giving it away to whoever comes there. So the next thing is, in Guwahati. So in Guwahati, whenever you're going, being a guy, you don't charge phones that often, and I don't charge phones that often actually. I charge it at night. That's all I do. So basically, I go to my friend's house, and he's like, okay, yeah, bro, I need. Bro, you're running low on the charge. So I was like, yeah, I have 2% on my iPhone, so please do charge it. So please give me your cable. I'm just putting it on. So I did forget that it was the lightning cable, that iPhone needs a lightning cable without producing the lightning word, without producing the fast charging. That again, you need to get an adapter for that. I'm just and after that I got there and I gave the phone, and he was basically like, okay, yeah, I don't have the lightning cable. And I'm like, oh, thank you. That's why people are screwed buying the iPhone. Thank you. So I had the phone here in my hand, and I had to run home back. I had to charge it because I didn't take the Samsung phone that day. So it was kind of a problem for me in Guwahati. So if you see in the States, people are using it, people are buying it. They are well aware with that. So now I want you to do a poll for me. So I will be adding a card there, and I want you guys to say why you love the iPhone better than the Android phones, or why you love Android phones better than the iPhone in the comments below. And also say, I want to do a small giveaway as well. So it has been a long day, and you guys have, it has been a long week also. I haven't done a giveaway. So basically, I'm sorry the light keeps fluctuating, but it's basically, the current's off and now it's on again. So the thing is that it's basically, the giveaway is all about, getting my subscribers more, getting my video viewed more. So the first thing is the Samsung S9 Plus and the iPhone 10. Of course, you guys will be saying, why are you giving the iPhone 10? It's, you are just against it. But still, I would want a person who would win it, who would, who wants the phone. So that is the reason I'll be doing giveaway. Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus or the iPhone 10. You guys have to poll about it, and you guys have to decide which phone you would like more. So the next thing is that whenever you're commenting down in my videos, you just have to give your name, and then you have to write down the comments. Again, whenever your friends are commenting, they have to mention your name so that I can search it out, and then I can just put it out, and then I can say, oh acha, okay, so he's getting 1 vote, he's getting 2 votes, and I'm just getting it out. So basically that's that. So the next thing is basically the people who have subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much for everything. And you will get all the links down below, and do follow me on Instagram and also in Facebook and also in Twitter, which I sometimes tweet. I'm not that often active in social media, but still, sometimes I do. And also give me some ideas on what video I should do next, and you guys will be interested in watching it. So thank you guys for watching this video. And it has been kind of crazy for me being in YouTube. I didn't expect 100. I thought that it was only 100, maybe 100 subscribers, but I'm growing little by little, so that's kind of cool. And thank you guys for everything, and do subscribe, and do follow the links. And I would like to see what comments you guys are making. Please keep it PG so that nothing bad happens. And thank you guys for that. So I'll be exiting now. I don't have a camera person, so I have to cut it all by myself. That is so shitty. And still, I'm doing it all by myself.